In this video, I'm going to show you why walking 10,000 steps a day might actually contribute more to your fat loss goals than going to the gym every day. These are the exact same tips that I give to all my students, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. So you know it works. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video every week. It really helps support my channel. Alright, let's get into it. I have said this many times, but we evolved as human beings to move. Otherwise, you'd be a tree. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors were always in constant movement in order to find food and survive. They regularly walked at least 5 miles every day, and they were all naturally lean and strong. And we still see this type of behavior from tribes in Africa, like the Hadza and the Maasai, for example, that still live a hunter-gatherer way of life. They also still follow a traditional diet that doesn't include processed foods. So no breakfast cereal, no Diet Coke, no butter substitutes, no fake meat, and no toxic vegetable and seed oils like soybean oil, canola oil, and corn oil, and the likes. Their diets always included nutrient-dense animal foods. The Maasai tribe in Tanzania, for example, only eat meat and drink blood. They're super hardcore. In fact, the concept of purposely avoiding animal foods, aka the vegan diet, is completely foreign to them, and they have no allergies, no digestive issues like bloating, and they have no deformities or cavities. They have perfect teeth. Unsurprisingly, they start having health problems when flour, sugar, and industrial seed oils are introduced to their diets. But that's a topic for a separate video. But when it comes to general everyday movement, we have gone completely backwards as a society. We have food delivery apps, Amazon Prime, we can get our groceries delivered, and other convenient technological advances that we really greatly eliminated the need for us to leave our house. That's why vitamin D deficiency is so prevalent in the Western Hemisphere. And vitamin D, in case you didn't know, it's actually not a vitamin, it's a hormone, and it activates hundreds of important functions in your body. And as you can see, since I moved to Mexico 8 months ago, I've been getting my daily dose of vitamin D. So the act of simply moving around more, which is the remedy to avoiding prolonged periods of stillness that is so common in the digital age, has arguably become the most important objective if you want to lose weight and be a healthy and happy human being. I'm going to go as far as saying that it might actually be more important than following a structured workout routine. For example, if you're into these mainstream group fitness classes, that's awesome. That's obviously better than doing nothing. Your main goal might actually be to tone down the all too common, overly stressful approach to exercise that can actually destroy your health and dysregulate your hormones. Especially if you're a type A personality and you go to these group fitness classes Monday through Friday, or maybe you don't even take a day off. That will most likely backfire on you, and I'm going to explain why in a second here. But if your goal is to lose weight, have a flat stomach, maybe see some abs, and just fit better into your clothes, simply moving around more by getting 10,000 steps a day can easily get you 80 to 90% of the way there. If you combine it with a couple of strength workouts every week, you're set. That's honestly really all you need. And this is coming from a former competitive athlete. I'm telling you now, you don't need to go to the gym every day to achieve the things I just mentioned. You don't need to drag your butt out of bed at the break of dawn to go to your 6 a.m. spin class. Honestly, I'd rather you get more sleep instead. And yes, there's a lot of benefits to doing these mainstream group fitness classes like CrossFit, spin, bar, or really any cardio-based group workout. The community that you get access to is the best part in my opinion. But don't even go there until you pick out the lowest hanging fruit, which is establishing a baseline of getting at least 10,000 steps every day, especially when you're just getting started. And the barrier of entry to walking is zero. You don't need to be an exercise expert. You don't even need to warm up. Heck, you don't even need shoes. You can literally stop from whatever you're doing, get up, and just start walking. But here's the problem. The average North American doesn't even get nearly half of those recommended 10,000 steps. We only get about 3,000 to 4,000 steps on average. That is literally the definition of a sedentary lifestyle. Now, let's talk about why increasing general everyday movement is so important. If your goal is to lose weight, believe it or not, getting 10,000 steps every day might actually help you lose all your unwanted body fat more effectively than regularly going to your daily group fitness classes. You don't get into these roller coaster rides of mood swings and energy. But more importantly, it also gets you out of prolonged periods where you're completely sedentary. It's a win-win because nothing shuts down your fat-burning metabolism faster than prolonged periods of stillness. That's why establishing regular movement habits should be step number 1 for everyone. In contrast, overly strenuous workouts that are again so prevalent in mainstream group fitness classes, and I try to use that example because that is the industry that I came from. Because oftentimes they're a little bit too stressful for a lot of people because they have to keep pace. They also last a little bit too long. A typical class is at least an hour, and they're often done too frequently with insufficient rest between them. The result is you're depleted and hungry, the complete opposite of what we're trying to do. Like, I want you to raise your hand if you get a high from doing these group fitness classes, but you feel like hot garbage for the rest of the day. At the same time, you're just ravenous afterwards. You just want to eat everything in sight. That is actually a scientifically proven concept called the compensation theory. That's why people fall in love with these crazy workouts. Because yes, it does burn more calories on your fitness tracker. And yes, you get a euphoric feeling after the workout, and you even get a high five after the workout. The problem is, calories burned during your workout will stimulate a requisite increase in appetite, along with generally increased laziness for the rest of the day. This is called the active couch potato syndrome. This should explain why you see the same people doing these group fitness classes every day, or they're on their favorite cardio machine every day. They're sweating their hearts out, but they look the same. There's something wrong with that picture. My point is, it's time to reframe your mindset that you always have to be suffering in a workout for it to be effective. Doing chronic workouts like that can make you flat out tired, fat, and sick. But that's why it's so confusing for a lot of people, because they work their butts off, but they're not losing weight. And worse, they feel like crap all the time. They're getting a negative return on their time investment, and they think they're not working out hard enough. It's also now been scientifically proven that calories burned during exercise does not translate to fat burned in the body. And that should answer a lot of questions for a lot of people. Instead, I want you to embrace this new concept on cutting down on these overly stressful workouts and just focus on generally moving around more at a comfortable pace. Not every workout needs to be a near-death experience for it to be effective. Every once in a while to trigger a fitness adaptation? Sure, but not every day. Because slowing things down and just increasing general everyday movement, which again goes back to getting 10,000 steps every day, triggers a completely different metabolic pathway. It upregulates your fat-burning genes. It stabilizes your appetite and satiety hormones without the appetite spikes caused by overly stressful workouts. Not all workouts are created equal. Again, notice how you're just ravenous after these hard workouts? And it's so easy to undo all your hard work if you eat the wrong food. Instead, walking emphasizes fat burning and upregulates fat metabolism 24/7. As a society, we've been taught that we burn fat through sweating, right? That's where the mentality comes from, that you always gotta go hard. We think that sweat is basically our fat cells crying. Nope. In reality, 84% of the fat that we lose is actually through breathing. It's eliminated through our lungs, and most of it happens while we're sleeping. True story. Guys, make sure you're smashing that like button if you just learned something new there. Walking also helps optimize immune and hormonal function. It stabilizes appetite and mood. It stimulates BDNF, which is short for brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is basically miracle grow for the brain, and leaves you feeling fresh and energized for the rest of the day. Walking, most importantly, guarantees to maintain a heart rate in the aerobic zone. Aerobic literally means with oxygen. And again, fat burns well in the presence of oxygen. The upper limit is 180 minus your age in beats per minute, and that's a proven formula by the legendary endurance coach Dr. Phil Maffetone. For example, if you're 34 like me, your maximum aerobic heart rate is 146 beats per minute. Your job is to stay below your personal number when you do cardio-based workouts. During an aerobic session, you're burning mostly fat for fuel and the effort feels easy. At your maximum aerobic heart rate, you're achieving peak fat oxidation. This is the infamous fat burning zone. Here's one of the biggest takeaways in this video. Cardio in the fat burning zone, and again, walking basically guarantees to keep you there because it's easy, will contribute to your fat goals instead of making you depleted and hungry. And you can do other types of cardio as well, as long as you stay below your maximum aerobic heart rate. Now, 10,000 steps roughly translates to about an hour of walking. That might sound like a lot for some people, depending on your schedule. The good thing is you don't have to do it all at once. In fact, it's better if you break it up into smaller chunks. And if you have an extra couple of bucks, get a cheap fitness tracker. Preferably one with a heart rate monitor so you can track your heart rate to make sure you're always staying below your maximum aerobic heart rate. To get the ball rolling, just commit to a 5-minute walk first thing in the morning and go from there. Anybody can commit to 5 minutes. You get bonus points if you have access to a trail, a park, or close to a body of water, because spending time in nature has been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. It's basically free therapy. Also, don't wear sunglasses when you do your morning walk, because exposing your eyes to some morning sunlight helps with your circadian clock. Next, Always go for a walk after a meal. Did you know that going for a 15-minute walk after a meal cuts the blood sugar and insulin response by half? That is insane, because the faster you can regulate blood glucose and insulin, the faster you can get back into fat burning. When I first read that, I instantly became obsessed with walking after a meal. I now purposely schedule walking errands after eating. And do the little things here, like if you have a kid, walk your kid to school. Lead by example and teach your kid the importance of living an active and healthy lifestyle. When you're trying to find a parking space, always park further away to get some extra steps in, and those spots are almost always open. You're also saving your car from door dings. Make the point of skipping the elevator as much as you can and take the stairs instead. Descending stairs is also great for preserving balance and bone density. If you follow an 8-hour work schedule, take frequent movement breaks. 5 minutes for every hour and then 10 minutes every 2 hours. We can only really go about 20 minutes of peak cognitive performance. After that, your concentration will start to go down. You start getting distracted. So going for a quick walk, and you might as well do a micro workout like 20 air squats, for example, will actually help you become more productive, because you're gonna get an immediate boost in cognitive function from increased blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain when you do them. You're also gonna get a spike in neurotransmitters that elevate mood, improve focus and concentration, and again, upregulate your fat burning metabolism even more afterwards. If you have access to it, try to request a stand-up desk. It's really not that far-fetched to say that sitting is the new smoking. It's that bad for you. So by making a concerted effort to actually slow down on your workouts, and then just moving frequently and avoiding prolonged periods of stillness, you can take care of the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to exercise. And again, trust me when I say that this alone will get you pretty far. Literally. And then if you combine it with a couple of strength workouts every week to build and maintain muscle, you're absolutely winning. The next question then becomes, how are you actually supposed to eat if you want to lose weight? Because here's the thing, 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You can't just freestyle this part. Do you have a proven plan that you can follow? To help you with that, I want to give you a free copy of my Lean Body Blueprint. This is how I was finally able to get rid of all my unwanted body fat without depriving myself of my favorite foods or spending countless hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach to all my students, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link somewhere at the top here or in the description box. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. Hey, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every week, and feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Virtual high five.